Hey guys, we got some Captain Marvel news here. Agent Coulson, Clark Gregg will be returning to the cinematic universe. Now this is pretty awesome. Now we know that in the show he's alive, he's been revived by the Chitauri and stuff. But since Captain Marvel is taking place in the 90s and we're getting a Nick Fury with two eyes, we're also going to get Agent Coulson. Now this is pretty interesting because it comes straight up from Marvel themselves. They released the press release, just who's in the cast: Brie Larson, Samuel L. Jackson, Jude Law as Captain Marvel, and all those different stuff. And it really is interesting to see the way they have him coming back. Now they also have Ronan the Accuser coming back, and another guy from Guardians of the Galaxy. I'll put him on screen. There's the guy who when you first meet, a second character you first really meet in the first Guardians movie, when who asks Star-Lord who is he when he's trying to get the orb and stuff. And so that's really going to be interesting to see that. And because we have those two characters, if I'm not mistaken, they both died in the first Guardians movie. Ronan obviously dying from being killed off from the Guardians. It's really going to be cool to see this movie taking place mostly in the 90s, and having Coulson around would definitely make sense. I think it's really going to be cool to see that, and I think it's really cool to see, and hopefully he's in most of the movie. If they're filming right now, they can film from like the end of his season of shooting Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and take his whole hiatus to film for his Captain Marvel stuff, and then come and back. And to me, that gives him enough time to be in most of the movie, because if you look at other movies like Stephen Amell over on Arrow, he was able to spend his whole break filming the entire movie of the TMNT movie, TMNT 2, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, and played as Casey Jones, and he was in a good portion of that movie, even almost a lot of that movie. So I think it's really cool to be able to do that, and having him around is really going to be fun to see that. Whether or not we get to see some modern day times things going on, that could be quite cool. And they could hopefully that is he allowed to, when he comes, whatever he does in his movie, whenever that comes out, which is supposed to come out I think May 2019, so just over a year and a bit from now. But if he's able to kind of tell his S.H.I.E.L.D. guys and to say, hey, here's what the story is, then they can connect it in, and whatever the modern day version story will be for this, it'll definitely be cool to see it. Because I get to see Captain Marvel, since they have to set her up to going into Avengers 4, and we do know she's most likely going to be in that movie, and she is in that movie. It's really going to be fun to see if there's any kind of a little bit of modern day stuff just at the end. I feel like they might do like a Captain America First Avengers type thing, where you get like a 5-10 minute one scene at the end, just kind of in modern time, setting her up for there. So it's really going to be fun to see where things go with this. I think it could be quite fun to see that. Hopefully that this, they can, by having Coulson in this, they can have a really big connection for the S.H.I.E.L.D. episode, and they can really kind of do it, since he'll have access to the script and all that stuff, and how is that going to work out. And they'll be able to, hopefully they can also send this script back with him to S.H.I.E.L.D. so that the writers can start now thinking about how they're going to connect to it whenever it comes out. And I think that could be really fun to see that when they're done. So hopefully he spends his whole break doing that. If I'm not mistaken, most of the actors from the show, the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. show, are at one of the Comic-Cons this weekend, or they just were this weekend, and he was not there. I saw some videos. He sent a video in instead, so that's probably why, is because he's on set of Captain Marvel. So I think this is really going to be cool to see this. I can't wait to see how this works. Obviously it's going to be mostly probably in the flashback, but whether or not we get to see a modern day thing with him in it, I think that could be really cool. That could be quite interesting to see that, and see how much we get to see him doing that. And if we do get a modern day thing, all it has to be is just kind of Fury calls him up, and at the beginning of the movie or something, or at the end of the movie, and we just, on the S.H.I.E.L.D. show, we just see him answer his phone, and oh my god, it's Nick Fury finally contacting him. That could be cool. Maybe this could also lead into Nick Fury kind of showing back up on S.H.I.E.L.D. I doubt that with so much stuff going on, they'd rather have him, I guess, in the movies and stuff than have him in the show and stuff. But I think it's really going to be cool to see where things go, and fingers crossed for some sort of a modern day scene. But if not, if he's only in the flashbacks and we never see him in the modern day, where there's nothing post-death of Coulson in this movie, that would be okay too. But just fingers crossed for some sort of modern day version, the modern day Coulson, and a modern day scene with him in it. So let me know what you think, guys, about this in the comments below. What do you think this means, and how do you think that things are going to go with this? I think it's really going to be fun to see Coulson back in the MCU, and how that's really going to be cool to see this. So let me know what you think, guys, about this in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.
I'm Captain America, here to talk to you about one of the most valuable traits a soldier or student can have.
Subscribing.
Sometimes
Subscribing.
is the key to victory. Sometimes it leads to very little, and it seems like it's not worth it. And you wonder why you waited so long for something so disappointing. How many more of these?
You're still here.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, guys. Peace.
It's over.